Hello student, today in chemistry of class 11 chapter 2 atomic structure we are going to learn quantum mechanics. In previous lecture we learned about dual nature of light, the de Broglie wave equation, and now we will learn and we also learned Heisenberg uncertainty principle that explains that it is impossible to predict the position and momentum of an particle in a same instant of time. So that was given by delta x into delta p greater than or equal to h upon 4 pi. Now we will be solving some numerical. Based on this, we will be solving some numerical on de Broglie wavelength and a Heisenberg uncertainty principle, and later we will learn quantum mechanics. So you can see this numerical. Kinetic energy of a moving electron is 2 into 10 to the minus 25 joule. Calculate its de Broglie wavelength. So we have to calculate the de Broglie wavelength of a electron moving with a kinetic energy of 2 into 10 to the minus 25 joule. So kinetic energy of the electron half mv square is equal to 2 into 10 to the minus 25 joule. Clear? So half mv square, m is the mass of the electron, 9.1 into 10 minus 31 kg into v square is equal to 2 into 10 to the minus 25 kilogram meter square second inverse square, right? Now v square is equal to simple mathematics. V square is equal to, we will put this 2 here, 9.1 here, and on calculating v under root of this value we will getting 6.626 into 10 to the power 2 meter second inverse. This is the value we are getting on the velocity. The velocity is 6.626 into 10 to the power 2 meter second inverse. Now de Broglie wavelength. The de Broglie wavelength that is given by lambda is equal to h upon mv. Lambda is equal to h upon mv that we learned in previous lecture. So the value of h 6.626 Planck's constant into 10 to the minus 34 kilogram meter square second inverse upon 9.1 10 to the minus 31 kg into 6.626. The value we calculated in the above line, 6.626 into 10 to the power 2 meter second inverse, and the value we are getting is 1.098 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter. So this is simple. The calculation seems to be quite tougher, means you have to calculate a lot. Things are given raised to the power, so calculation is tough, but the procedure is very small. Simply you have to put the values in the given equation, right? Given formula, you have to put the value, and from one formula to other formula you can easily calculate the values which are to be calculated. Now see second question, what is the momentum of a moving particle? Now it is asking momentum p, means mv, p, moving particle which has a de Broglie wavelength of 2 angstrom. Here the wavelength is given, lambda is given 2 angstrom, and we have to calculate the mv, that is p. So lambda is equal to 2 angstrom. 2 angstrom will be equal to 2 into 10 to the minus 10 meter. Now lambda will be equal to h upon p. mv is p, that is momentum. So p will be equal to h upon lambda, and on calculating the value of lambda, h is this and lambda is this, and on calculating we will be getting the answer 3.313 into 10 to the minus 24 kilogram meter second inverse. So this is, you can see the numericals are very easy, but the calculation is tough. You have to simply put the values in the given formula. Now next numerical, that is based upon Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Calculate the uncertainty in the velocity delta v of an electron if the uncertainty in its position is 3 into 10 to the minus 9 meter. Means this is the formula of this is Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Delta x, that is uncertainty in position, into delta p, uncertainty in momentum, greater than or equal to h Planck's constant upon 4 pi. So we have to calculate the uncertainty in velocity. So delta p is equal to m delta v. Mass will be constant. Mass will always be constant. Only velocity will change. So putting this value, delta x into delta p value is m delta v. So m is taken downward. So delta x into delta v greater than or equal to h upon 4 pi m and 4 pi m, and delta v greater than or equal to h upon 4 pi m into delta x, simple mathematics. Now again the calculation is quite tough. Putting the value of Planck's constant upon 4, value of pi, value of m, that is the mass of the electron, and value of delta x, that is given in the question, and on calculating you will be getting the answer 1.93 into 10 to the power 4 meter second inverse. So you can see simple, very simple numerical, only the calculation is very tough. Now one more question based on Heisenberg uncertainty principle. You can see, calculate the uncertainty in momentum of an electron if it is confined to a linear region of length 1 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. So we have to calculate the uncertainty in momentum and uncertainty in position. Linear region position is given. So delta x into the same formula. Again we have to calculate delta p. Delta x is taken here, h upon 4 pi, and we will be getting the answer 5.27 into 10 to the power minus 26 kilogram meter second inverse. Right. So this is how numericals come on both this topic. Right. Now we will proceed to our main portion of this chapter, that is quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics deals with the dual nature of the particle. So quantum particles dual nature. So motion, the particles has a dual nature. That was when Newton's theory failed to predict the motion of the electron. This de Broglie, this dual nature was established, and de Broglie established a relation between the particle and wave nature of any matter. So motion of the particle was defined by Newton, and this it has two nature, wave nature, and we can say that this to deal with the such particles, when de Broglie failed to explain the nature of the particles based upon when it behaves like a particle, when matter behaves like a particle, to deal with such particles, quantum mechanics came into existence, because Newton was explaining only the particle nature of the matter. De Broglie established relation, but it failed to explain the motion of the particle based upon Newton's mechanics. And so to deal with this such particles, quantum mechanics came into existence. It deals with both particle nature as well as wave nature of the matter. It was developed in 1926. It was developed in 1926 independently by Werner Heisenberg and Erwin Schrödinger. Right? So Werner Heisenberg gave this on the basis of matrices. Matrices you will learn in math. While Erwin Schrödinger used this differential equation to account the wave nature and wave motion of the matter. That's why it is known as wave mechanics. That's why it is known as wave mechanics. So Schrödinger's quantum mechanics received wider acceptability. Why we say it's Schrödinger wave equation? Because Schrödinger quantum mechanics received wider acceptability, since it seems to have a better physical interpretation in terms of particles. So it was given independently by this way. Quantum mechanics was given independently by Werner Heisenberg and Erwin Schrödinger. Werner Heisenberg used matrices, both are correct, and Erwin Schrödinger used differential equation to explain the wave nature and wave motion of the matter. That is known as wave mechanics. But Schrödinger quantum mechanics received wider acceptability because it seems to have a better physical interpretation in terms of wave properties, and this is known as Schrödinger equation. What was the Schrödinger equation? It is H, that is Hamiltonian. It is known as Hamiltonian, not psi. This is the symbol psi is equal to E psi. This H naught is the Hamiltonian, E is the total energy, and psi is the wave function. So what is psi? Psi is mathematical function which can describe the motion of electron inside the atom. That is the wave function. Suppose this is the nucleus and this is the orbit. This orbit is existing in x, y and z coordinate. The particle is in x, y or z coordinate. So this psi is the mathematical function which can describe the motion of electron inside the atom. That is known as wave function. It depends upon the position. Position means coordinates of the electron. And contains all the information about it. This wave function is also called atomic orbital. Means this psi explains the coordinates x, y and z in which the particle is located in the space, and see how psi explains the position or function of the particle. Psi del, this is known as del, this is also a mathematical function, del square psi upon del x square, x coordinate, del square psi upon del y square, y coordinate, del square psi upon del z square, again z coordinate. So this is Schrodinger wave equation psi, which explains the all the position and motion of the particle. Z is the position, this is a mathematical constant, and this E is the energy of the particle, V is the potential energy, psi that is equal to 0. This is Schrodinger wave equation. This is not in your course, but for your understanding I explained it. This is the Schrodinger wave equation. See, you can see it explains all the x, y, z, energy, everything of the particle, it explains. And the particle is moving in a round path like this, like wave, it is moving on a round path. So psi, this psi is the mathematical function which can describe the motion of the electron inside the atom or the wave function. And this psi is the path on which the electron is moving. So this is also known as atomic orbital, because the particle is present only in this path. The particle is not present here, right? The particle is present only on this path, so it is also known as atomic orbital. So the space around the nucleus in which the particle is present is known as orbital, right? See, what is Hamiltonian? This question comes from every student. What is Hamiltonian? This Hamiltonian is the sum of potential energy and kinetic energy, and it is calculated in a different way. So it is represented by H, and this is known as Hamiltonian operator, which describes the potential energy and kinetic energy of the particle, right? So the need not to learn all these things. You only require to understand what quantum mechanics says, what is Schrodinger wave equation, what is this psi and atomic orbital. So again I will explain. Psi is the mathematical function which can describe the motion of the electron inside the atom, and it is known as wave function, and it depends upon the position, and position means coordinates of the electron and contain all information about it. So this wave function is also called atomic orbital, right? So I request you to read quantum mechanics from your book, whichever book you will be having. So read this. I hope you will understand all these things from my lecture, and need not to go in detail about all these things, just understand what quantum mechanics is saying, what Schrodinger wave equation is saying, and later I will explain you what is orbital, what is orbit, what are quantum numbers. Later I will explain you all these things in next chapter. Till then, keep on studying and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.